What up, what up, what up? Hello, Daniel-san. Let's see if we can make this cookie clicker thing a reality. So this is a brand new project. I haven't added anything yet, so let's just get into it. Since the cookie clicker game is 2D and not 3D, I'm going to click 2D to make it 2D. Uh, we're going to need two things, right? We're going to need a cookie or a button to click, and then a number on the top to show how many times you clicked it, right? So let's first add a button to click, right? So we have our button here, right? And this thing is going to pop up because Unity is very weird, right? You're going to import TMP Essentials. Cool, right? Once it's gray, you click out. You don't need that anymore. We're going to zoom out, and you're going to notice that two things were added to the hierarchy. You have the canvas and the button. The canvas is where all your UI elements exist, right? So a button is a UI element, your health bar, the number on top. So to make our game look more like a cookie clicker game, we're going to take the button and we're going to put it in the center, right in the center, and we're going to make this more of a box. You know, we'll worry about that later. Actually, we'll just leave it for now. We're going to rename this button and call it cookie, right? And then we're going to go down here. Actually, we're going to go to the text of the cookie, right? So this is where you see it says button, and we're going to replace it cookie, right? Now it says cookie. If you notice, if we play the game, and we click the cookie, nothing happens, right? So we're going to write some code in a second, but before we do that, we're going to go to UI again and create a text, right? And we're going to put that above our cookie, boop, right, like right here, right? And so we have our two elements. We have the cookie and the text. Right here, we're going to put clicked amount, and clicked, or just clicked number, right? So then we're going to make a new script, right? So we're going to right click here, go to create script, right? We're going to call this clicker. Make it simple. It's usually good practice to just capitalize the first letter, and then just write out the rest, right? You know, as a normal, just like a normal way, right? I have something very special that I use to program in, which you don't quite have yet. Maybe one day you'll want to upgrade and get something like this. It's called an IDE, and it helps you program. It helps you um, uh, figure out all your issues with your code, right? And so this is what all the pros use. Um, but for now, right, I am going to do what you do use, right? So we can talk about something that's similar if this interests you, or what have you, and we can get you something very similar, right? So I'm going to close out of this, and I am going to do something you usually don't do, so you can ignore this part, but I have to do it in order to make it similar to yours, and there we go, right? So now that I'm in here, right, I need to create something. I need to create a new uh, piece of code that will make our button work. So I can erase all this, right? And you need to keep this public class clicker mono behavior, and all these things up here. They're called libraries for your code to work. Right. So I've erased all that. And I'm going to make a new class called clicked, right? And all it's going to do for now is we are going to put something to the screen, right? This is all we're going to do. We're going to start very simple with the simple principles. And I wanted to start off with how you would do it, and then I'm going to move to how I actually write code, right? So once we finish writing our little bit of code, we have to save this, right? So we can either save it here, or we can just hit Control S. That's what I'm going to do. Control S. There you go. And you'll notice that this changed. And we're going to close out of this. Ooh, Is this why you're getting bugs? Ah, interesting. Oh no, I just have debug does not get. Okay, never mind. I have to just change this. And this is why I use something a little bit more professional, is because it tells you when you made a mistake. So I know that log is wrong. And so now it's the correct one, right? So now it'll work. And also code is very picky, right? You can't just choose to capitalize some things and not other things. It won't know what to do. So I'm glad we discovered this because this may be the problem. It may be just something as simple as just a lowercase, or this thing is missing, this guy over here is missing, or you put the wrong one like I just did, right? It needs to be a semicolon and not a colon, right? These are annoying things, but this is programming. But we're going to save this, right? And we're going to put this code, this bit of code, on this text here, right? Which we're going to name clicked score, click score, right? Boom. So now it's changed. Now, buttons are weird in Unity because you don't actually need to add code, but you do need to add code to something else, to another game object, to be able to get access to that bit of code we just wrote. So here on the cookie button, we're going to take click score and we're going to drag it in here, right? Then we're going to click up here where it says no function, and we're going to go to clicker, right? And then we're going to go to clicked. Boom. Now, when I click the button, you'll notice down here, usually where you get your errors and stuff, that something's going to pop up. See? I've been clicked. That's what we wrote. So now let's actually make cookie clicker. Let's get down to business. So this is not the right one, so we're going to click out of this. We're going to go to the next one, right? So I like having clicked, but uh, we're going to add the actual code to make this work. So first we need something called, we need to make a public int. And what public means is that for right now, it just means that it allows Unity to put this number on the inspector over here. Okay, so like we're gonna put int score, because this is how you usually do things that are public. You usually just put them lowercase, but that's probably too much information, right? And to show what I'm saying, if I go back to clicked, or yeah, clicked, it has a script. You see how it says 0 now, and it's invisible. So that can be really helpful when you're trying to do things really quickly. All right, so now we have score. What we want to do is we want to display the score, right? So we're going to do this, and we're going to do score plus plus, right? And what does that mean? Let's actually do it for real. So let's do this. It means score plus the number 1, right? And so we're going to erase this, and then we're going to put this here. We're going to put, I already did that, so I'll get rid of this. Put score, right? And put these curly braces, and we'll put score, right? So this is just words. It's not a number, right? This score now is now the number 0, and when we click on this clicked, it's going to become the number 1. When we click it again, it's going to become the number 2, and then again and again and again and again and again. You're going to see, even though they're named very similar, they're not similar at all. They're two different things. Anyways, let's check it out. So we're going to play the game. We click the clicking, you see, and it keeps going up and up and up and up. But this is really boring, right? And also only we can see this. The player can't see this. So let's get it so where the click number is, we can see it on the screen, and then we can, put our game on Steam and be the #1 game in the world, right? So first we need to get the Text Mesh Pro, right, which is part of this. So we need a text. Oh, what is it called? Text. I think it's this text. Then we're going to do something called start, which this only happens once. Component. There we go, right? And then we're gonna, I forget what it is, so it's good to go back. And what we need is this Text Mesh Pro right here, right? So this is a little bit advanced, and I know I'm skipping a lot. think this is wrong. This is Text Mesh Pro. Oops. So this is Text Mesh. Text. What is it supposed to be? Text Mesh Pro. Okay, there we go. So to text. So this becomes a string. No, I need this. Sorry. I'm probably making things very, very confusing, but just hang in there with me. So there we go. And I'm going to put this here, and then text score to string. I'm doing a bunch of stuff. I know this is like very confusing, but what's important is just looking at the code for now and how you would put it in yourself, right? So let's see if this works. So now I have to do this. I click on this guy and I put this here. Oh, I can't do that. So, oh, it should work actually. It should just work itself. Let's see. Oh, I got a null reference, right? So something's not working. So now it's time to debug. And I hope that this isn't too confusing. I forget how to do this exactly. It's been so long. So what we're going to do is we're going to Google it because Google's our friend. To get Text Mesh Pro text. Yeah, here we go. So we just do this. GUI. All right, let's see if this works. And you want to make sure that you connect these things all together, right? Even though I wrote in the code for it to connect itself, it's important to make sure that all these things are filled or you'll get errors, right? So let's see if it works. There we go. And there we go. Simple cookie clicker game. Done. I hope this is helpful. You know, like if you have any questions, of course I'm here. Um, and I'll send you this code. And the way that you would do it, let's make sure that there isn't some kind of weird bug when you try to put it in with a text editor. So let's go here. Let's this is just for me. Then you go here and then go edit. Let's make this one to see if it breaks in any way. Yeah, so it should work. So I'm going to send you this script. I'm going to fix it, right? And hopefully this video was helpful. I hope it, I hope you continue. And I can send you this project too, but this is just the basics, right? You can change this to have different sprites and things like that, Here now it has a weird check mark. You can change the size of it, And so a good idea would be to try to make it a cookie, like go get a cookie image, and make the numbers look nicer. Add, try to find some code and experiment. Anyways, I hope you're having fun.